Achilles had now knocked out two of King Atlan's finest Atlantean soldiers, and now he was dodging all their attacks as if they were nothing. My son Achilles understood at a very young age that he is a god that has no limits. He is my son, but he's also the son of Callisto, a young woman that me and Xena met in our travels, and unlike Xena, I didn't want to kill her. Instead, I chose to see the good in her, and I decided to give her back everything she had lost at Xena's hands. So I returned Callisto's entire family back from the dead, along with all the people that Xena had killed, and in that small village Callisto's people flourished again. But Callisto decided to track me down, where she later found me in Rome, and after I had brought back all the innocent people that Xena killed, I erased her sins and saw Callisto came to me begging for my hand in marriage for the selfless deed I had done for her, and Callisto said, I have nothing to give you but my body and my children, and I want to give you all my love. And after that Callisto became my wife, and she never tried to kill me or Xena again. And since Callisto is already immortal, I didn't worry about her, but I still made her truly immortal, and I gave her the Sentinel Serum simply because I didn't want her to die during her pregnancy, because I'm always considerate when it comes to the people I love and care about, and Achilles is mine and Callisto's son. And since he was trained and raised by warriors in the Agoge method, in the ways of the Spartan warriors, he became truly mighty, so powerful in fact that he achieved godhood at a very young age. However, I also noticed that he still has a very unpleasant weakness in his Achilles tendon, just like the original Achilles, so I tried my best to train Achilles' powers so he could cover up his weakness in his Achilles tendon. I came up with the perfect magical counter. He could transform his entire body into metal, or even stone or steel, or even first divine metal. And during his fight I saw that one of the Atlanteans tried to stab him in his Achilles tendon, but my son activated his metal body powers and he turned into first divine metal. And Achilles said, they told you no weapons and you didn't listen, and before the Atlantean soldier could harm Achilles' leg, he had already transformed into first divine metal. And then the Atlanteans looked terrified when they saw a metal man standing in front of them, and Atlan said, very interesting, now that's impressive, one of your soldiers against 8 of my best, very impressive. You will have your peace treaty with my people and my full support. And I gave a bow to King Atlan as a show of respect, and then my people designed underwater technology that can help us breathe all the time underwater and in deep space, so we could go sign the peace treaty between Atlan's people and ours. And we also agreed to keep everything clean on the surface and in the water, so I made sure everyone did their part and respected the ecosystem. And unlike before, I also made sure Atlantis never sank to the bottom of the ocean, so I saved Atlantis, and I even arrested King Atlan's brother and I put him in a prison that he could never escape. And he screamed, let me out of here, you heathen god. And I said calmly, you're never getting out of this prison, and if you ever do, I'll be waiting on the other side with a body bag. And many years passed, and me and my wives and children never aged, and I kept my status as the ruler of Earth from behind the scenes, and the United States never knew that. Even the United States presidents answered to me, and because of me I made sure the Romans didn't make any bad decisions. In other words, they didn't murder Jesus Christ of Nazareth, no, instead they spared his life and learned what mercy was. And for many years the human race on my earth flourished because they were even blessed by God, thanks to the fact they didn't murder the innocent Son of God, and in doing so God didn't see my people as a failure, so we became part of his eternal kingdom in heaven, and he could come to claim our world anytime he wants to. I wouldn't dare stand in his way. For many years me and Xena, along with all her friends Joxer, Gabrielle and me, we all went on many epic adventures together until finally we retired. But I knew that soon the Justice League would form, and before it did I made sure to take Steve Trevor's place on Thymashira. But unlike before, the Amazons didn't have any hatred for men, because this was still long before the time that Hercules defiled the Amazons with Ares, and I also made sure that would never happen anyway. So when I landed on their island in an airplane, they didn't assume the worst, but unfortunately when my airplane burned up, it burned all my clothes, and all the beautiful women on the island saw my beautiful muscular and naked body. And when the beautiful Amazon women saw me nude, they couldn't help but blush and think about sex. Unlike the others, it wasn't the first time Queen Hippolyta had seen a man nude.